You're watching the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5.
Sponsored by Hennessy Haight. Help is here. And by Flowing Tide Pub.
There's going to be a war. We're ready. We're excited to get a chance to play this team at our place. You know, it means everything to us. We're ready. I mean, we're focused on this game.
I would definitely say we got a pep in our step, but, you know, we're still locked in on winning this last game of the season, you know, the regular season, coming 1-0 this week. And I feel like if we do that, everything will take care of itself.
It means a lot to us in this program and to this city, Villicana. And, you know, for us to be able to keep it here last year, it meant a lot to us, and you know, we're gonna protect it with our lives, man. And we know it's gonna be a tough game. This game, as it always is, it's a rivalry. So you know, we know they're gonna bring it, and but you know, we got to bring it harder, and we got to protect it.
Welcome into the RebZone from Allegiant Stadium. I'm your host, Paloma Villicana, and fans are still partying here post-game, soaking in the history, soaking in the celebration of UNLV football clinching 10 wins for the first time in 40 years and keeping the Fremont Cannon red for the third year in a row. Barry Odom and his Rebels aren't done making history this season. The Rebels are packing their bags to Boise on Friday for a 5 p.m. kickoff, the rematch of the Mountain West Championship game. And Barry Odom has said since the preseason he firmly believes the winner of the Mountain West Championship will receive a spot in the 12-team playoff. A historic night at Allegiant Stadium. We have a fun RebZone, and it starts right now. Big senior night at Allegiant Stadium. 29 seniors honored in UNLV's last home game of the regular season. The Rebels are looking to keep the Fremont Cannon red for a third year in a row. UNLV jumps on the board first. HAJJ-MALIK Williams fakes a handoff to Jet Thomas, and it's Kaleo Balungai wide open for his 6th touchdown catch of the season. UNR responds on the next drive. Brendan Lewis airs it out 45 yards to a wide open Cortez Brom Jr., and we got a ball game. Rebels and Wolfpack are tied up at 7. The Rebels would add a field goal on the board and lead 10-7 after 1. Second quarter, and the Rebels defense is having a night. Back-to-back sacks, and the ball comes loose. Jackson Woodard recovers the fumble in the end zone, and that's a UNLV touchdown. UNLV up 10 over the Wolfpack. The Rebels keep rolling. Jet Thomas falls over the goal line for his 21st touchdown at UNLV, and the Rebels roll into the locker room up 24-7 at the half. The go-go offense is all speed, no breaks. Here comes the rushing king. HAJJ-MALIK Williams rolls in for his 9th rushing touchdown this season. Williams can execute on the ground and in the air, connecting with Ricky White over the middle, and UNLV is dominating 38-7. Wolfpack not going out with a fight. UNR adds one more score on the board, but the Rebels hang on to their lead and keep the Fremont Cannon red for a third year in a row.
The leadership and coaches, they did a great job of just pointing it to us. You know, every day that's our goal, go 1-0, whether it's a play or practice, a period, 1-0. So we felt no difference, but the urgency was still there, you know, and it's tough for teams to continue that urgency on the later half of the season, but we know what's at stake. And, you know, everybody had that urgency every morning, stretching, continuing the habits that got us in this position. So for us to go out and execute at a high level, man, it was heartfelt, and I'm proud of everybody involved.
Man, I'm extremely proud. You know, like they've been saying, this team's poured so much into it. This defense goes to work every single day. And then the touchdown, I didn't do much. I just ran to the ball and dove on it. Jarvis Ware made an incredible play, went and made a huge sack, big momentum play. But I'm proud of all the guys. The D-line was incredible tonight. D-backs were locked down. Linebackers, you know, McDuffie, Manny, whoever was in was making plays. So I'm just extremely proud of the defense.
First 10-win season in 40 years for UNLV football. This atmosphere was electric tonight, Coach Odom. What did you feel in the city of Las Vegas?
It was amazing. Our team has created this opportunity, and the city has followed 40,000 plus. And then you get into the fourth quarter and the music, the light show. What a great environment for our players. Created a true home field atmosphere. Guys played exceptionally well to find a way to get the win against a rival opponent, and to get 10 wins in college football. It's hard to do these days. There's been some ups and downs this year, but our guys have continued to stay in the arena. Their habits have been unmatched in what they're supposed to look like throughout the year. We're firm believers in the things you do throughout the week. They're exposed on game day. Are those good or are those bad habits? And we continue to have playmakers step up, on the games and make big time plays. I mean, we had 350 yards rushing tonight, which was huge. We had 6 sacks on defense. Really took control of the game, and excited for not only our team but to send our seniors out on the last home regular season game as a winner.
You mentioned 351 on the ground. HAJJ-MALIK Williams continues to improve each game. What are you seeing offensively down the stretch getting ready for Boise State?
Well, I think, our offensive line is playing really well together. We gave up 1 sack tonight. We're able to run the ball, which is so important. To have a chance to win a championship, you've got to be able to control the line of scrimmage. You've got to be able to run the ball and stop the run. And our guys understand that. And then Haj has made some really big-time plays in the RPO world, in extending plays, and then he made some huge plays tonight in the air, delivering the ball. 1 catch to Ricky White on 3rd down, which was a huge throwing catch, and then Kaleo over on the sideline was 2 really big-time plays by great players.
Well, UNLV football has become the Russian Rebels under head coach Barry Odom, rolling up 351 yards rushing against the Wolfpack. HAJJ-MALIK Williams executing on the ground and through the air, rolling up his 9th rushing touchdown this season. We'll talk about UNLV's go-go offense only getting faster, getting ready for Boise State on Friday for a 5 p.m. kickoff.
I am going to say something real quick about life. Okay, you go back. You never know the ups and the downs on what happens, okay, and how you react to them, how you respond to them. 5 years ago today, I was fired at the University of Missouri, okay, and I'll never forget that. You learn from your lessons, you learn from your opportunities, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you go create more, and then you have got an opportunity to sit here with 2 great players, and something I'm very, very thankful for. And it'll be a heck of a week, and Rebel Nation should be really excited about what this team does every single day. And we'll go back to work and be ready to go to Boise and play our best game.
Welcome back to the RebZone from Allegiant Stadium. Fans still celebrating this historic win. UNLV taking down the Wolfpack 38-14, keeping their college football playoff hopes alive, packing their bags to Boise State on Friday for the rematch of the 2023 Mountain West Championship game. The Rebels are rolling in all 3 phases of the game, offensively, defensively, and kicking. But the Rebels defense played lights out against the Wolfpack, racking up 6 sacks, even scoring a defensive touchdown. Jackson Woodard and all of his guys playing their best ball towards the end of the season. Here's more from Coach Odom on the defensive performance against the Wolfpack. Really a pleasure to get to know HAJJ-MALIK Williams, but you have a lot of playmakers on the other side of the ball too, a lot of leadership, a lot of guys flying around tonight. What can you say about your defensive performance?
Well, I think up front, defensive line really controlled the game, and we had 6 sacks, and it come from a number of different angles, and then Cam Oliver with a huge interception when we needed one, and then we had a sack by Jarvis that created a fumble. Woodard scored on that. 3rd down percentage, they were only 2 of 11, which is huge. Our 3rd down defense has been really good the last 3 or 4 weeks, and that's got to continue. And I think Coach Shear has done a great job on building the defense for the week. And then our assistant coaches have been doing a great job on really teaching that. And then our players, they've been able to execute it. So, the quicker you can understand it on what we're trying to get done, offense, defense, kicking, then our guys can go play free and play fast and with confidence, and that means something.
Speaking of confidence, your corners right now, Cameron Oliver, Jarvis Ware, so many guys flying around. What confidence are you seeing in the secondary?
Well, I think we've grown over the year, and we've played smart football together. And it takes everybody on the back end defensively, because if you we had one missed coverage tonight, and it was a touchdown, and that's the life you live in the back end. If you are off just a little bit, it usually results in a touchdown. And that pressure? Absolutely it is. But our guys have done a great job. We've grown up a lot in that area this year defensively, and guys are making big-time plays for us.
HAJJ has become a rushing king this season, but more so his work ethic is off the field, Coach. First one in your building, what do you see from HAJJ-MALIK Williams every day?
Well, I think he understands as a quarterback how important it is that you find your process on what works, and he's so consistent that he understands what he needs every single day to be his best, and then he's consistent, which is really hard to do because everybody is going to have a day that you don't maybe feel like doing it on that process. He understands if he cheats one day, then he's not going to be his best. So super proud of what he's doing, and he's been a tremendous leader for our football team. I've said it a number of times, he's got an infectious personality, and you can see it on the way that he plays. Our guys love him, and he's doing a great job executing our offense.
Yeah, for me, it's more so what he taught me as far as handling your business. You know, he talks about habits, and those things kind of can go overlooked or, you know, swept away as not being as important. But when you really focus on your habits, when you look up, you have opportunities like we have now. You know, every day is your head down, and we talk about what's your favorite day. It could be a Tuesday. What's his favorite day of practice? Is that Tuesday? You know, if it's Wednesday, same thing. So, like, just kind of having that vision of handling your business right here. And then if you do that, when you look up and celebrate the win, the 10-game win season, how did that come about? Just day to day. And I think that's one of the most powerful things that he's taught the team, you know what I mean? Just handling the business and keeping your head down and going to work.
Him believing in me makes me believe in myself. You know, that's what I admire about him so much. I haven't always had that in my career, at least early in my career, and that's why I followed him. I knew he was going to be a winner. Coming here, I didn't even think about losing. I knew we were going to go win, and him believing in me really made me believe in myself, which was huge for me as a player.
Coming up on the RebZone, we're sitting down one-on-one with the most special player in all of college football, Jacob DeJesus, a star on special teams who has been through a lot this season, losing his father halfway through the football season. We'll hear more from Jacob DeJesus and his resilience coming up next. All-American wide receiver Jacob DeJesus is a special teams star at UNLV. His speed and playmaking ability in the return game has made UNLV's special teams unit the best in the country.
The tenacity to want to go out there and, you know, do it, like, we're excited. You know, when we're on PBR, especially PBR, like, we're excited because we know, like, someone's going to go make a play. Rick's going to go get a block, or Tanner's going to go get a block, or we can get a big return from me or D'Lo. So, you know, we're just excited every time we go out there as a unit, and Coach Shibas knows how to get us fired up, and, you know, that's, yeah, just the excitement and tenacity to go out there and want to make a play.
21 puts in the work every day in Las Vegas. His work ethic is highly respected in the building. His leadership has been honored with a banner outside, but it's his football IQ, he says, that has been his biggest growth after transferring from Modesto Junior College.
Yeah, like, I've grown so much just with my football knowledge. I feel like there was a lot of things I didn't know about football until, you know, I got to this level and really sat down with Coach Dell and Coach Shibas and really listened to how much really goes into winning football games. I didn't know, like, you know, I just thought teams were good or teams were bad, but no, a lot of teams are good, but it's just all about the little details and small finishes that you have to really focus on, and I feel like that's what Coach Dell has just, you know, taught me. Just, you know, there's a lot more to football than just, you know, going out there and running full speed.
The All-American has improved this season along with his brothers on the team. It's a locker room full of leaders at UNLV, a locker room that embraced Jacob after losing his father to prostate cancer in the middle of the season.
Coach Odom, man, ever since I first got here, man, he's given me his all, and I've given him my all, and, you know, I love him as a coach, man, as a father figure to me. You know, he's just a great human being, and he supported me through everything, through all the ups and downs I've had here at UNLV. You know, with my dad passing away, he's always been there, and I just have tremendous respect for him and his family and for everything that he does, you know. It's hard. It's hard a lot of the times, you know. But when I'm around people, when I'm around my teammates, when I'm around, you know, coaches that, you know, they support me, and it helps me, you know what I mean? But when I'm, you know, alone sometimes, you know, I could be feeling down, but, you know, just being around my family that supports me, and they're always there for me. They listen to me, you know. If I ever just want to vent to them about it, you know, they always just sit there and listen. So it's made me stronger, you know, as a player and as you know, just a father, you know. But it's hard sometimes, but you know, just to have that support, it's cool.
With an army of brothers behind him and his beautiful family beside him, Jacob De Jesus is ready for war against the Broncos. The job's not done for UNLV, and the focus has never been bigger for the Rebels.
Just everybody, you know, focusing on the little details and habits. You know, Coach Fish is really big on that type of stuff, and he was actually talking about energy this morning, you know, saying that, you know, we need to have energy because we just got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to, you know, accomplish everything that we want to accomplish, and it's in our hands, it's in our goal, so we better come out here and act like we want it, you know what I mean? So we've been just flying around just with a lot of energy and just focusing on, you know, the small details in our habits.
Number 21 continues to shine this season, and no doubt he'll be a spark for the UNLV Rebels on the road on Friday in the Mountain West Championship game. Coming up next, a lot of UNLV hoops action over this Thanksgiving break. The Lady Rebels win 2 straight, and the Runnin' Rebels come home from Arizona winless. We'll have UNLV basketball highlights on the RebZone coming up next. Welcome back to the RebZone. A lot to be thankful for if you're a Rebels fan. The UNLV football team is 10-2 for the first time in 40 years. Barry Odom has his team rolling, heading into the postseason with momentum, getting ready to take down Boise State and clinch a spot in the 12-team college football playoff. If you're a UNLV basketball fan, you have a lot to be excited for. The Lady Rebels winning 2 straight, and the Runnin' Rebels coming home from Arizona winless, but still a lot to look forward to in non-conference play with DJ Thomas and Bear Cherry rolling for UNLV. We'll take a look back at the Lady Rebels' dominance at the Thomas and Mack this week, improving to 6-2 overall with wins over UCF and East Carolina. Strong start for the Lady Rebels, jumping in front 24-10 after 1. Kiara Jackson drops it off to Meadow Rowland for the easy bucket, and UNLV is cruising 35-12 in the second quarter. Knights not giving up the fight. Caitlin Peterson shoots from deep and nails the dagger 3 on the halftime buzzer. UNLV up by 15 at the half, 37-22. Third quarter, let the senior cook. Kiara Jackson from the corner. Rebs knock down 7 3 balls against the Knights and take a 45-31 lead in the third quarter. Player of the game for UNLV, McKenna Brackens, the young sophomore from the top of the key. The sophomore poured in a game-high 19 points, and the Lady Rebels hand UCF their first loss of the season.
We know we can play with anyone in the country when we play our style and do it the right way and execute. And so, you know, I think that was some of the messaging. But yeah, we have a lot of games here, you know, big games, you know, so it's good to get this one down.
I think we talked a lot more on the court, especially, like, I was actually talking a lot, especially on, like, ball screen coverages, which we needed because we were kind of going back and forth in between 2 different coverages. So I think for us to be able to communicate with each other so that we could execute what we needed to get done.
What a time to be a sports fan in the sports capital of the world. Barry Odom has won 19 games in his last 2 seasons here at UNLV, continuing to make history. The Rebels finished the regular season undefeated on the road, 6-0, looking to improve to 7-0 on the road next week when UNLV takes on number 11 Boise State in the rematch of the 2023 Mountain West Championship game. Everything comes down to this. The Rebels beat Boise State, and Barry Odom believes they have a spot in the 12-team college football playoff.
Well, we'll have to be really sound and solid in every single area, because every time he touches the ball, it can result in a touchdown. He is, I think, the best player in college football. So we'll put together a great plan. Our guys will be excited to learn the plan, and then, you know, the opportunity to go try to do a great job executing it. But it's, you know, it's a sprint against time, and the days are long and the weeks are short. So we got a lot to get done between now and Friday. We're certainly excited about the opportunities.
Coach, I'll wrap it up with the consistency you're seeing in the building. A lot of time with Coach Fish in the weight room. What do you want to see from your guys these next 6 days?
Yeah, they got to be this really challenge them at the end of the, you know, in the locker room is We don't need to do anything different. Be the best version of yourself, pour into the process. Let's recover, let's practice, let's get the habits, let's get the game plan, let's get the repetitions we need, and then the mental side of it in a short week. Fortunately for us, this will be game number 6 that we played on a Friday night. So we feel like we've got a pretty good routine down on what that looks like. And our guys will be ready to go tomorrow morning.
What a year it's been in Las Vegas, and the fun isn't over yet. Fox 5 is packing our bags with UNLV football to Boise, Idaho. Next Friday, we hope to see all of Rebel Nation out there, the marching band, the cheer squad. Everyone has been so amazing on the road. Like I mentioned, UNLV football undefeated on the road this season, looking to win one more and clinch a spot in the 12-team college football playoff. Good night from Allegiant Stadium. We'll see you in Boise, Idaho on Friday, a 5 p.m. kickoff for the Mountain West Championship game.